limitless, the ability to break free, to experience golf in ways you never thought possible, taking your game to levels once only dreamed of. Welcome to the next generation of golf. This is EA Sports Rory McIlroy PGA Tour. Hello again, everyone. This is Rich Lerner here to walk you through some lessons on how to play EA Sports Rory McIlroy PGA Tour. We'll start with lessons that teach you how to set up different shots. Let's get started. The first thing you need to know is how to aim your shot. Change your aim direction to aim at the targets and pass this lesson. Picking the right club is another key to shot selection. Your current club is always displayed here. Change your club to aim at the targets and pass this lesson. There are 6 basic shot types built into the game for you to use. Your current shot type is always displayed here. A full shot aims your club at its maximum distance. A choke shot aims you a little shorter than the club's maximum distance. A punch shot is a low shot used to get out of the trees or keep the ball under the wind. A pitch shot is useful when you get near the green. A flop shot is useful near the green when you need the ball to stop quickly. A chip shot is useful when you are right next to the green and have a lot of room to work with. Creating custom shots starts with knowing how to change your aim distance. Change your aim distance to aim at the targets and pass this lesson. You can further customize your shots by using shot shaping. Your shot shaping meter will show up here when you are actively using it. Change your shot shape to aim through the rings and pass this lesson. There are 3 different ways to play the game. Each offers a unique swing mechanic and supporting settings. The classic style uses a 3-click swing mechanic. While it has aids like zoom and an aiming arc, the 3-click meter will start its movement from here. You want to make your second click when the meter reaches the power window. You want to make your third click when the meter reaches the strike window. The strike window shifts to the left when you shape your shot left. The strike window shifts to the right when you shape your shot right. The power window moves down the meter as your aim distance becomes shorter. Now that you know how to play and your training is complete, you can keep this. So many historic moments have played out before our eyes in major championships, and today, two of the top players in the world are set to tee off. Rory McIlroy holding a one-shot lead over Martin Kaymer. It's the final round of the U.S. Open Championship at Chambers Bay.
Going into the final round of any golf tournament with a chance to win, especially a major championship, it's a huge buzz. That's the only way I can describe it. It's the best feeling a golfer can have because you're in the mix and you're in with a chance to win one of the biggest tournaments in the world. It's an incredible feeling. It's something that you may only get to experience a handful of times in your life, so that atmosphere, you want to soak it in as much as you can and really enjoy it.
Rory McIlroy coming off a strong performance yesterday, now making his way to that first tee box and looking to add another major championship trophy to his already growing collection.
And Rich, there's no doubt both golfers will be nervous until they get that very first tee shot under their belt.
The first tee shot is probably the most difficult because you've been thinking about that shot since the night before. Once you get that first shot out of the way, you calm down, you're a little more settled, you're not quite as anxious or nervous, and you sort of get into the rhythm of the round. You want to get off to the best start possible, and obviously that starts with that first tee shot.
Well, here he is, Rory McIlroy, a past U.S. Open champion, about to tee off on what should be an historic day of golf alongside the beautiful Puget Sound. And he's underway. Frank, it looks like a good one.
Yeah, it looked like a free-flowing swing, that's for sure. It certainly betrayed the nervous feeling that we thought he might be feeling on the first tee. And a huge tee shot.
Well, you've been there, Frank. Nerves are good on the first tee, even for great players.
If you can control them.
Perfect lie here, Frank. What's Rory got?
Well, expect something just slightly right of the flag. You want to avoid the hill and the bunkers on the right. And there's a little bit of a gut or a chasm just over that left side of the green. So left, not a good option.
About 145 yards away. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Looks to be a good one, Frank.
Oh, nestles inside 15 feet, so a birdie chance coming up for Rory.
Frank, to win this many majors this young is impressive. It's historic. What makes McIlroy so good?
He runs to the beat of a different drum. It's his own rhythm, it's his own style. He's critiqued sometimes, I've done it, where, some poor decision making. But in the end, he's naturally aggressive. And that's why we see these sparks of brilliance. That's his way of playing. And to be perfectly honest now, I hope he doesn't change that. And early advantage, McIlroy.
I think making putts early in a round is very important. It sets the tone for the day and it gives you some positive momentum early. You see the ball go into the hole and it gives you confidence. You face a downhill putt at a US Open with greens that are as tricky as that, it just makes it even more difficult. I feel like you always face important putts no matter when it is, but obviously they're that much more important when it's the final round of a major.
Now over to the second, and McIlroy with a challenging downhill putt. Frank, I know it's early, but if he drops this could really spark some momentum for the round.
But this putt will be very, very quick. You've got to be careful because the ball can quite easily take off once it gets past the hole.
He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. Down on the bottom of the barrel. Good start for Rory McIlroy. Back-to-back birdies. So second shot here at the fourth, and this one sets up pretty well for McIlroy, doesn't it, Frank?
It's an easy one for him to work out. A little bit uphill, perhaps a club. And with 165 yards, playing closer to 170, 175, still a birdie opportunity. It's a good strike, good swing by McIlroy, and no problem finding the putting surface.
This would be a huge momentum swing. This one's for birdie. Frank had the touch of a plumber right there.
Yeah, you'd like a redo, wouldn't you? Wake up, wake up!
And he makes it for par.
There's some times when there might be a wait on a tee box, or you've played your shot and you're waiting on your playing partners to hit their shots, and you just look around and you realize where you are, because you don't really you don't appreciate it that much whenever you're playing, and that's not what you're thinking about. You're thinking about trying to win a golf tournament and not really taking in the beauty of your surroundings.
Rory now set to go on the downhill par 3 ninth hole. It's nicknamed Olympus, and you can see why. The views are magnificent.
Consequently, going to have to be a club or two less than the yardage. It'll have to be factored in. If anything, slightly left of center, stay away from that menacing bunker.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid.
Well, he's taken the trouble out of play.
Not a great shot, but not bad.
It's that sneaky distance. Well, just when you thought they might pick up one, now settle for a par.
And getting ready for the putt. Well, no problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Now McIlroy is the chaser, looking up at Martin Kaymer, and that is no easy task, playing a U.S. Open and chasing the likes of a Martin Kaymer. Plus, pretty difficult shot coming up here at the 15th.
It's going to require a great flop shot to get the ball up so quickly and get it to stop in such a short space is going to take every bit of skill.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor.
Rich, you get that feeling if there's going to be a moment, I think that moment is now.
Trying to clean this up, make his par. Oh, man, just slides by. And only a tap in left. Good putt. Not what he had in mind when he stepped to the tee, but it would be just one drop shot. This for bogey.
Final few holes to play, especially of a major championship like the US Open. You know, it's what you've worked so hard for. It's what, you know, you've put all those hours of practice in for, and you know, this is your moment. This is your moment to see what you've got against the best players in the world and test yourself at the ultimate level. There's obviously a lot of pressure. You know, you don't want to let an opportunity like this pass you by. You don't want to let it slip. So just stay really focused, really concentrated. Try to take one shot at a time. Try and put the result out of your mind. Control what you can control. But saying that, it is difficult with so many things going on around you, whether it be the crowd or it could be the person that you're going up against. You know, there's so many things that you can't control, but you know, the things that you can control, that's what you have to concentrate on, and that's what you have to try and, you know, do to the best of your ability. And if you can do that, that's what gives you the best chance to try and win a huge tournament like the US Open.
So here at the 17th hole, tie atop the leaderboard, two former U.S. Open champions, 2 holes to play. This is one of golf's best moments.
We talked about mental toughness on the first tee. It certainly comes into play here right now, and the 17th hole is named Derailed. And it is going to be more than a test for both of these and could very well be the defining hole.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, that's a formality now.
Birdie putt now for Rory here on 17. This could make Martin Kaymer think.
What a blow by McIlroy on 17.
Frank, this has been just a fantastic week, and these last few shots are going to determine the entire championship.
Rich, normally you'd think par on the 72nd hole would be good enough to win a US Open, but this par 5 is certainly reachable by these players. Par, no doubt, will not be good enough.
What a great drive on the final hole. Frank, the great thing about these major championships is the slow build-up to moments just like this, and then it gets really tense.
It's a dream scenario, Rich. You just dream that you're going to have the 2 best players in the game vying it out, coming down to the very last hole. That's exactly what we have right now. So far, they've provided great golf. It's going to take something even better than that right now to determine who's going to win.
What a shot. I mean, McIlroy just aired it out.
If there was any risk there, it certainly didn't look like it.
Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, I thought he made that. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Could hear a pin drop right now. It all comes down to this. This is for the U.S. Open. He's done it. What a gutsy performance. McIlroy fighting for 72 grueling holes, fighting through the tough conditions, fighting off a stiff challenge from the great Martin Keimer. And Rory McIlroy has now won the U.S. Open Championship yet again.
It's an incredible feeling to know when that final putt goes in on the 18th green that, you know, you've won, you know, a major championship, a US Open, you know, to put your name alongside the names on that trophy. That's something that's going to stay there forever, and it's something that I don't think you quite come to terms with right there and then. You know, it takes a few days to sink in, but, you know, it's the ultimate, you know, it's the ultimate achievement in a professional golfer's life is winning a major championship. And at that moment in time, there's no better feeling in the world. You know, to be able to do it again and put my name on that trophy another time would, you know, it would be very, very special.